do something like it.
Okay, so whoever was here last week, you knew that I did, for one of my songs, I did a serious talk. Okay, so I've got another serious talk here, and this is going to be called A Guide to Sexual Hygiene During the Pandemic.
Easy now.
Sounds like a wrist
Okay,
slash.
now,
Another wrist slasher.
now the last time I tried doing this, I did it myself and it didn't work, so I'm going to ask for some help. Ariane? Yeah.
And now the most beautiful sex hygienist in town, Ariane.
Is this clean?
Yes.
Okay, well, I just want to say one thing. Wait a minute.
6 feet.
Yeah, I know. Okay, those of you who came here tonight thinking this was going to be a clean show, it's not.
I'm too young for my sense
Are
of
we all over
ears.
21? I don't know.
Yeah, pull out your IDs, everyone.
Okay, so we're just going to roll through these.
Did I hear this before? Is this a new one?
You want to
Did he
do?
do
Yeah.
this 6
Okay,
months
well,
ago or
Tom,
something?
do you want to do like a Scott Joplin
In the back.
Okay.
as a
Ragtime.
background?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It is safest to avoid sex with anyone other than your own wife until CDC, NIH, and Trump say it's okay.
It is safest for you and your wife to avoid having sex altogether.
No, together.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Next.
To avoid asymptomatic transmission to your partner, make sure you are not asymptomatic before having sex.
To avoid transmission during sex, wash your hands while singing Happy Birthday twice. By then, your partner will lose all interest in sex.
If your wife is not available, it is recommended to use hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol.
If you are in the U.S. and your wife is in Mexico, across the Mexican border, you would be detained for having sex without a valid passport, unless there is an intact border wall.
Make sure you wash your fingernails thoroughly before your wife has sex.
If both partners are asymptomatic, you are at a much less risk if you are the one who's already infected.
Oh, gee.
For effective social distancing, you and your partner should be at least 6 feet apart during sex. If you live in the White House, it's customary to use separate bedrooms.
Okay, one couple mutually decided to be safe by avoiding sex entirely. Instead, they spent the whole evening talking to one another. The next night, they decided it was better to risk having sex rather than talking anymore.
It is safer to have sex with an older person. At least you can tell if they're infected or not.
If you insist on going to Florida for spring break, it is safer if you stay in St. Pete.
I don't get that
I don't
one.
get that.
I don't either.
Nancy,
Who's St. Pete?
St. Petersburg?
Is that where the old people are?
Yeah, that's not where the kids are going for spring break. Okay, I'll mark that. Too subtle.
Yeah.
If-
Way too subtle.
Okay.
Okay.
If you wash your hands for 2 minutes every time you have sex, you better not have sex too often or you won't have time for anything else.
What?
Does it make you feel safer to eat in a restaurant with a sign in the restroom telling employees that they must wash their hands? I would prefer to eat in a restaurant where the employee already knows they should wash their hands without needing a sign.
I didn't get that one.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
Okay.
repeat
We'll
it?
explain it all at the
We'll
end.
explain it after.
We'll explain it after.
No, she's just doing it for the sound effects.
Can you
Okay.
explain it?
Does it make you feel safer to eat in a restaurant with a sign in the restroom telling employees they must wash their hands, and then you find that there's no more soap in the dispenser,
Then what do you do?
like at Pistone's?
It is recommended that after you dry your hands, you use the same paper towel to turn the doorknob. Did you ever try ripping the electric hand dryer from the wall and smashing the door open with it? At least it keeps you from directly touching the doorknob with your hand and avoids paper clutter.
I got that one.
Oh, good. Finally, we did one that Nancy could understand.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we hope you take these suggestions to heart, and thank you very much.